Hey guys, Wells Knight here, and welcome back to another episode of FTB Infinity Evolved. And in today's episode, I was hoping that we would get into agricraft today a little bit by making a watering can, because last episode we found some emeralds, and I was like, oh cool, we can use that to make a market block. Turns out you actually need a watering can to make the market block, and I wanted the market block so I could get the specific seeds required to make the watering can. So that's not going to work out so well. So I think what we're going to do instead is we're going to set ourselves up for some exploration, and I'm thinking we're going to go ahead and make ourselves a leadstone jetpack. Now, the jetpack itself is relatively easy to make, except for the thrusters. And the thrusters require a steam dynamo. The steam dynamos are all pretty easy to make, except for this right here, coal chunks. For coal chunks, I need compressed coal balls, and for compressed coal balls, I need coal powder. The easiest way for me to get coal powder is to make a pulverizer, and I have been working between episodes to build up my supply of machine frames. I've got 4 of them now, 5 if you include the one that we're about to use, and I think we'll be good. So let's go ahead and start off by making ourselves a pulverizer. That's going to allow us to pulverize coal, which is going to be obviously pretty important for what we're about to do here. So we'll put that down, and then let's just hook that up to our power cell, like so. And this thing should start drawing in some power. I'm also making a whole bunch of these redstone chipsets because I eventually want to move to leadstone flux ducts instead of these wires, instead of the wires from Immersive Engineering. And the reason for that is that the wires are actually kind of lossy. So the farther it travels, the more like stages it goes through. Like for example, say I were to, instead of having all these connected up to this one, say I were to connect it from here to here and then here to here, right? This stage, you'd actually lose some power. So I want to move to flux ducts because that is not the case with those, but flux ducts are not all that easy to make. I'm going to need a couple of them for the jetpack anyway, so let's take a look at this, but all in all should be pretty doable. Let's see. Let's actually go ahead and make some of those right now since, as I said, I will need them for the jetpacks. And let's go ahead and throw a stack of coal into the pulverizer and get that going as well. Okay. So we need 2 of these redstone chipsets. We need 2 lead plates, which I have. And then we need some actual redstone. So all in all, not too bad. There we go. We've got those made. And let's see. We're also going to need a leadstone flux capacitor for our jetpack. That's actually surprisingly easy to make. I thought that would be a lot more complicated than it actually is. Although I do need a little bit of sulfur for it, but that's not a big deal. Let's go ahead and make, let's actually make 2 of those. And I want to make 2 because I want to go and make a redstone flux capacitor. I actually already made one of them between episodes, but I want to make another one because I want to put one on my hammer and then one I just want to carry around with me as well. Those things hold 4 million RF, so should be pretty good. Let's see. The hardened is also pretty easy. I need Invar and silver, so 2 of those and a silver ingot. And let's see if I remember this. I believe it's like that. No. Oh, that's right. It's the electrotine. No. What am I doing wrong? Invar? Oh, it's tin, not silver. Ha! Got it. Totally knew that. Let's try this again. There we go. There's the hardened. And then for the redstone, electrum and a diamond. So we need 1 diamond and 2 electrum. And that will make a redstone flux capacitor. So, that's awesome. That is a great help for us. And let's go ahead and get that charging right away because it is definitely going to take a while to charge. Now, our food is also running pretty low. We're kind of in danger there as far as power goes, but we do have our water wheel going. Let me take a look and see. Do I have anything I can throw in there that will actually generate power? Not really. Well, maybe we'll have to hold off on that for the time being. You know, honestly, I really don't need my hammer to have flux on it just yet because the durability is not down all the way, and I don't want to put it on there too early, so I think we'll probably just stick with what we got. We're also getting a nice amount of sulfur from pulverizing this coal as well, so that's quite good. And we're going to need 2 stacks of pulverized coal. Okay, now, the reason we're going to need 2 stacks of pulverized coal is because we need to make 8... Oh. Pulverized coal. I actually need that. I totally knew that. I'm derping up already, man. Holy cow. Alright, there we go. Take the pulverized coal. We'll put a second stack in. And the reason we need 2 stacks is because using the pulverized coal and the flint, we make coal balls from industrial craft. And then we can throw them here in this compressor. Although, actually, I need some way to power that. 1 second here. Let's grab a low-voltage wire connector. Do I not have any more low-voltage wires? I don't know that I do. Okay. Let's use a... Ooh, no, that won't work, though. It's got to be low voltage to low voltage. What does it take to make the low-voltage wire coil? Treated stick and a copper ingot. Okay. That's easy. Let's just make a few more of these, then. We'll do that. There we go. That should fix our problem. Okay. And we'll grab up those. Let's see. Oh, and then I forgot to grab the stupid connector thing. The professionalism is real today. That's all right. Let's hook this up, and we're actually going to connect this to that, like so. And then we'll throw these 8 coal balls in the compressor, and those are going to turn into... 1 second here. Let's take a look at the jetpack. Those will turn into these compressed coal balls, which we then surround obsidian with to make a coal chunk. And that will allow us to finally make ourselves a steam dynamo. Everything else we should have, and it should be relatively easy to get. Although I think I do need to make a few more copper gears. I think I need... let's see, it's 4 ingots per, so yeah, here we go. Let's go ahead and throw these in the smeltery and get those going, because I am going to need 4 copper gears for this, and this thing is still going as well. So, alright, let me finish getting some of this stuff ready for the jetpack, and I'll be back with you in just a little bit. Alright guys, I am back, and I think I have everything now ready to go so that we can craft up this jetpack. So, first, coal chunks around the obsidian to make, or compressed coal balls around the obsidian to make coal chunks like so. And then we'll need to make the steam dynamo. So, let me grab some copper out of here. Ooh, wrong one. There we go. And we'll make 2 of those steam dynamos. That might actually be a decent source of power for us as well, but I have another idea that will tide us over for a bit. Then we are also going to need some lead. So let's grab that. And let's actually use up the rest of that railcraft lead as well. And is there anything else? I already had the flux ducts. I think that's it. Okay. So let's make... Now, hold on. What do I not have? You go there. Oh, it's probably because the steam dynamo... No, steam dynamos are stackable. Why does that not work? Oh, it does. Weird. Okay, well, whatever. I don't know why it didn't work, but we'll take them. There we go. So, 2 of the leadstone thrusters. And then we're going to need the leadstone flux capacitor, more lead ingots, and then the leather strap. And unfortunately, I don't really have all that much leather. So, we're going to have to shelve these for the moment and head off to go get ourselves a bit of leather. I think this should all be done now, right? Yes. Cool. Okay. So, are you now charging back up? No, you're not, but you are still charging. Okay, cool. So, leather. Leather obviously comes from cows. And if I remember correctly, there were some cows, in fact, quite a lot of cows, kind of over where we had our original base. So I think I'm going to head over that way. And I do have a Looting 3 sword, so I should be able to kill at least a couple of them and hopefully get the leather that I need. I am going to need a bit of it. I'll need, let's see, I believe 13 pieces of leather. So hopefully the sword will not fail me, but I'm going to head over there until I find some cows. That is a lot of creepers. Go away. Go away. And you too. Okay, I think we got them. I think we're good. All right. Anyway, so I'm going to head off and try to find some cows, guys. I'll be back with you in just a little bit. Alright guys, I am back, and I'm just killing off the last of the cows. I'm going to make sure I leave at least a couple so that when I want to start a actual cow farm and start breeding them in a bit, I will be able to do so. But for now, I think I've got plenty. We got quite a bit actually, over a stack of leather and about a stack and a half of beef, which I can cook into steak. Ooh, that one's not worth it. Yep, not worth it at all. Can I make that? I can make that. Yeah, here we go. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to head back and I'll put the steak into my redstone furnace with the upgrade that basically allows it to double food, and I'll use some of it to power my culinary generators temporarily, and then I'll use some of it to just carry around with me and use as food, because these carrots aren't really doing it for me. But that's the plan, guys. I'm going to get that done, and then I'll come back to you. Alright, guys, I am back, and the steak is actually a pretty good source of power. It's 32 RF per tick instead of the 28 that the toast gives you, so that's not too bad. But what I want to do now is I want to go ahead and make myself a few things, actually. So first and foremost, let's go ahead and make ourselves that leather strap from the jetpacks. And then I also want to go ahead and let's grab a stack of wood and let's make some sticks. And if I remember correctly, yeah, there we go. We're going to make 2 glider wings and a stick in the middle, and that will make us the hang glider. And this is a great way to get a lot more out of your early jetpacks, because early jetpacks, let's be honest, they don't usually do all that amazingly well. They kind of fail, because they're just, they don't really have the power to last very long, and this will definitely allow me to get a lot more mileage out of them, as will having that flux capacitor. So let's go ahead and grab the stuff we needed for this jetpack. We've got our leather strap. We've got our flux capacitor. We now need 4 lead ingots, which is pretty easy. That was 5, not 4. There we go. And now we should be able, there we go, to make ourselves a leadstone jetpack, which is not necessarily the greatest jetpack in the world, but it's also not terrible. So, that is pretty good. Now, let me get this thing all charged up, and then I'll come back to you in a minute. Alright guys, I am back, and check it out. I got a jetpack. Okay, it is fully charged, so let's try this out. If I come up here for a ways, and then I use the hang glider, I should be able to travel pretty far and travel pretty fast as well. So, that's pretty good. That's not bad at all. Okay, so I think we'll be able to get a pretty good amount of mileage out of that, and that didn't really use all that much power either. And I do also have the flux capacitor with me, so, you know, even if it runs out of power, I can just recharge it. I should also probably grab... Ooh, do I not have one? Oh, I seem to have not actually made the sleeping bag yet. I should probably do that. Do I have the wool? I do not. Okay. Well, tell you what, guys. I am going to go and make myself, I'm going to go get some sheep. I'm going to go kill some sheep. And then I'm going to make myself a sleeping bag. And between episodes, I'm going to gather myself, hopefully, all the seeds that I need for the market block so we can get into AgriCraft. Or for the watering can, I should say, so that we can get into AgriCraft and get a really good source of food going here pretty shortly. So that's the plan, but I am definitely out of time for this episode, guys. So if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave me a comment. I do appreciate it, and it really helps out my channel. You can also find me on Facebook, Twitter, and Twitch. There are links in the video description below, so check that out as well. Otherwise, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll definitely see you next time.